Thank you so much for clicking on this video. A warm welcome or welcome back to you. Today is the 4th of June and I am starting a 3-day take-home exam for one of my modules, which is Energy Leadership Quest. And it's basically about leading in the energy industry. So I have the exam for that today. And then we have to submit on the 6th of June by 11:55 p.m. One thing I like to do before I start writing an exam, of course, is to pray, just to invite God into my presence, to ask God to help me understand and remember those things that I may not remember, or look in places that I may not look for answers. More often than not, I like to use my rosary to pray. So that is how we are going to start. The exam is supposed to be 8 pages. It's one question that we're supposed to write no more than 8 pages, 2,400 words, which I think is really lenient for this exam, especially because I did this last year. Always when I'm doing such an exam or just assignments in general, I have to write it down first on paper and then I will type it all in at once. I do not want to submit on the very last day, maybe submit it tomorrow, because this is not my first time doing this particular module. It's a different lecturer this year, but I mean, it's the same content more or less. So hopefully we will get a distinction this year as well in this course. The rest of this video is going to be minimal talking, mostly just working on the work. break right now because it's 2 p.m. and I am exhausted. Oh, I'm really exhausted. We are done with like 2 sub questions, which is it's okay. My goal for today is to finish at least 4. So I'm gonna take a little lunch break right now. I do have leftovers that I made yesterday. I made a lot of food yesterday because I knew that I wouldn't want to cook today. So I'm gonna warm that up. While I take my break, I'm gonna eat, and then we're going to probably continue a little bit later in the evening because I have all the time in the world. The goal is to pass. We don't need to finish on time. I'm not gonna get extra marks for submitting today when the deadline is the day after tomorrow. So I'm gonna take my sweet time with it, as long as I produce quality work, and I produce the best quality work when I do things at my own pace. So we're taking a break right now. Have you guys ever enjoyed writing an exam? I feel like I'm enjoying writing this exam today. It's flowing out of me. It's not a normal thing, honestly, for an exam to flow out, especially take-home exams. I usually find take-home exams very draining, but for some reason today's exam is just, I mean, I hope my results will also be Good morning. Welcome to day 2 out of day 3 of writing our examinations. I do expect to complete it today. Yesterday we stopped just under halfway. I completed question 4 out of 9 questions. So today I want to complete the remaining 5 questions. The ones that are remaining are not, I don't want to say easy because I don't want to jinx myself, but they are doable. So I think I will be able to complete them. It's 10 a.m. right now. We're starting a little late today, but I do think that we'll be done before evening, definitely before evening. hours later, we are finally done with our examination. Right now, what I want to do is to just go through everything, just read through it and change the wording if I don't like how it sounds. I want to fill in the references and make my work like as pretty as possible. Growing up, when I was in like high school, our teachers would tell us that you never know who's gonna mark your exam, you never know what mood they're going to be in. Sometimes your like what you write might be absolutely correct, absolutely right, but because you did not, what's the word, hujapanga vizuri, what is it, what's this in English, what is kupanga, you did not properly lay it out, like your layout isn't right, they will mark you down just because they're in a bad mood. So do not give them don't give them the opportunity or the excuse to mark you down when you know what you wrote was absolutely right. We used to write by hand. Here, typing things out, just use, it's simple. I just bold out your headings, underline your headings, use bullet points properly, justify the layout, use like the justified margin so that everything is proper. It's not that difficult. It's not complicated at all. So that is what I want to do right now. I'm just gonna go through everything and make sure that everything is satisfactory to me, and the rest is gonna be whether I made sense in answering the questions or not. But I'm not gonna let anybody mark me down because of layout. We're done with our exam. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder, even though this wasn't really that hectic of an examination. I feel like we could have been given less time to do this exam. I'm not complaining though. I'm really happy that I could just do it at my own pace, which is not common at this. If you are still here, thank you for doing my exam with me. We hope to get an A. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and I will see you in the next video. Right now, I'm just going to Netflix and chill for the rest of the night or week. Bye!
Another lazy afternoon, the clouds covered in gray.